What's good, YouTube? Flash Speed's back. Another video. Okay, so we have the Chicago Sky lose to the Minnesota Lynx 74-79 in a game that saw the one of the best teams in the league, in the Minnesota Lynx, probably playing the best basketball in the league at a 24 and 8 or a 23 and 9 record coming in. Playing against the Chicago Sky, struggling right now, 11-21, 11-21, fighting right now for that eighth spot in the playoffs. And for what they did, man, I know it's a loss. I am a win-loss guy at the end of the day, not a stat guy. Stats are for losers. That's my mantra. I am a follower or a member of the Bill Belichickian school of stats are for losers, right? We're out there trying to win a game. But, to talk what's realistic to talk about here, I'm proud of the girls in the Chicago Sky. I mean, I'm trying to tell you, there are a number of teams that would probably tank it in right now. If you look outside looking in, I don't really know what the goal of the Chicago Sky is at this point. So it's like, we can get that A spot, hey, go for it. If you don't, continue to play like this. This is how players get better. This is how you develop. At this point, that's kind of what you got to look at. So you got Kamilla Cardoso was absolutely was really good out there. You're talking about 7-11 from the field, hitting all our free throws, 8 of 8. I mean, give you 9 rebounds, 22 points. She comes up for some reason as a -7 on the overall tonight. I gotta look into why that is, because it looks like the primary person she's guarding scores 6 points. I'm not quite sure how that is working. It could be she gave up some pick and roll numbers. I don't know. I gotta kind of look into it. But from what I saw, my eye test, Kamilla had a good game. My eye test, and along with the fact that it's 22 points, I'm seeing a lot of improvement in her game. She's fighting fighting for those possessions a lot better in the post. I like the way she's positioning herself. I like a lot of the fluidity, of her movements and all of that type of stuff. I'm seeing good progress from Kamilla Cardoso. As for Courtney Onyenwere, she continues to play like this. The way she's played the last 2 games, and I'm going to include this game, she may find herself, on the roster next year, and that's what I'm hoping. I would really like to see her be part of the future what they're doing today. Unfortunately, she missed her 2 free throws that she tried, 3-pointers that she tried. She was good from the strike, 5 of 6. 5 of 8 from the floor, 15 points. And that's really good. And she gives you, man, some really, really solid defense. With some of the mistakes out there, Minnesota Lynx is one of those teams that are very, very difficult to defend. You're talking about guards like McBride. You talk about Courtney Williams, who were ridiculous today and were the primary reason the team won. So, I take that into consideration, who you're guarding. She's guarding a little bit of Carlson as well, but it was really the ones who really went off today were McBride and Courtney Williams, who, for my money, is like a top 3-point guard in the league. Especially you talk about the way she's playing right now, going 11 of 16 from the floor. Hitting timely bucket after timely bucket. I swear, every time Chicago was starting to make a, run, it was that Courtney Williams, man. I mean, just putting on a clinic of the way you're supposed to play point guard, and particularly using that mid-range. I thought I was looking at Chris Paul out there. And then you're talking about to only commit 2 turnovers and 22 points, 6 assists. Courtney Williams was excellent. Was excellent. And this is pretty much, in my opinion, where the game was lost. The backcourt, again, getting torched. You're talking about McBride and Courtney Williams going up against, that backcourt of Rachel Banham and Lindsay Allen, you pretty much don't have a chance. Um, so the game plan was a good game plan to go into Reese Cardoso and let Onyenwere cook. And they really did. Because last but not least, in that game to Reese was 17 points, 19 rebounds. And I'm going to be honest with you, her turnover is a little bit too high for me right now as a whole. There were just too many turnovers and too many personal fouls on Angel today, so I'm not going to give her a complete A for it, despite the 17 and 19. But what I did like, man, it's her resiliency, her fight, her defense. This is where her value is. Okay, when you play against the Minnesota Lynx and you are out there and you're putting together your game plan, okay, and you are scouting the opponent. Okay, the first player you're looking to scout is Napheesa Collier, who, for my money right now, is the second best player in the league. She is second in MVP running for me. You're talking about today she shot 35% from the field. Okay, Napheesa Collier, who is a much more efficient player than that. For the year, Napheesa Collier is 50%. Okay, and today she shot 31%. Okay, that's where Angel Reese's value comes in. All right, that's how that works. Like, for example, just picking a team out the air, like who's more valuable? Like, for example, when the Fever play the I believe the Lynx the other day, and Lexi Hole, it helps to hold Ryan Howard, a player who's capable of 20 points at any given night, to bad shooting. Who's more valuable, her or say another player on the team, who's scoring points but is allowing their opponent to score. Their responsibility to score. You know what I mean? And that's the way I believe you should look at basketball. So, Injuries does a marvelous job on defense again. I mean, there were points that I think there were things she was missing. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I don't think she's 100%. I think this was a game where she's fighting through some sort of an illness, and my hunch now is the way she's looking, the way she's moving out there. I don't think she's completely healthy. The way, I'm hearing reports that she's taking IVs, breathing through the mouth, and just some of the sluggishness I'm seeing at certain points in the game is leading me to believe that there may actually have been a sickness that's going through the team. It's possible her and Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter's getting the worst of it, and now this is my thing with Kennedy Carter. I'm starting to believe it. There may be more validity to the sickness than I was indicating before. Like when you really think about it, if Angel Reese is sick and she's getting IVs, and if this is true, it could be a case where both are sick, but Angel's more like fighting through it and deciding not to sit, whereas Kennedy may have been getting the worst of it. And if this is the case, prayers out for her, because she could be an immunocompromised individual. Sometimes you have some people that are a little bit more immunocompromised. Then maybe their vitamin D levels aren't where you want them to be, and hopefully, they're working to rectify that, because definitely going to need her out there to play. So, yeah, what I say overall about this particular, I think overall my expectations weren't really high. I have a lot of respect for the Lynx. They are one of the best teams, if not the best teams in the league. They're a team that has their roster together, really competing for a championship. They run at some of the best sets, both on offense and defense. To me, their coach is the top coach in the league right now. So you know what I mean? I'm looking at the positives, and honestly, I don't think beating them without a Kennedy Carter is realistic. I'm starting to kind of shift the way I'm looking at these things. And I'm looking for the growth and development of the players. Angel Reese, like I said, just 17 points, 19 rebounds off of just heart. What I'm looking now is that she looks to just improve her game so that way she takes it to the next level. And if you look at what the way Chicago's building, this is the one thing I do want everyone to understand. They are building the right type of team. Don't think for a second that they're not. Just think back to the Olympics, which is some of the most competitive basketball I've seen. I'm yet to really follow closely a WNBA finals since really back when I remember watching some of Maya Moore and Candace and watching really going back to Cooper, Cynthia Cooper, and Cheryl Swoops in them. So besides that, I can imagine what type of level of competition that is. The Olympics was very competitive to me. But if you look at the Olympics at the end of the day, the stars of that team were the front court of Aja Wilson, Stewie, and Napheesa Collier, right? So that still, you look at a developing Kamilla, a developing Angel, and I don't know who the three would be. I don't know if Michaela is like a future answer to that, or you'll grab someone else. I would love to see a DJ and Carrington, something like that. That would be like my dream situation there. Angel and Carrington on the same team. Oh my goodness. And then of course, they're going to have to go after the point guard. But this will be a team where the point guard is more like a Courtney Williams. You see, they have Napheesa Collier, but Courtney Williams and McBride are kind of like feeding her. I think that's the right way to give you the perfect inside-out game. But Napheesa Collier is like just an amazing player who looks like she could play about 3 positions out there. I don't know. But she's one of the best players, man. So what you want is Angel Reese to develop that game. The down low package, I believe, will come. But what I want to see, what I would like to see from here on out to the rest of the season, is her work on that jumper, whether they're falling or not. Just take the jumpers, because what's important is the confidence right now. She's shooting from the free throw stripe at about a 75% clip, right? So you're talking about a player that can make that can make free throws, and if you can make free throws, you can make 10-footers, you can make 15-footers. That means you can shoot. There is a shooter somewhere in Angel's game. So what I want to see her doing is just taking those shots. Just take them. Don't even worry about it. And then if they lag off you for the threes, take that too. I want to see that confidence built with that, and I believe between the working with the 3-on-3 league, the unrivaled, as well as her personal practice, and I'm sure she'll have state-of-the-art trainers and all of that, new facilities coming. I can see a down low package developing, and right now what she needs to do, work on taking that jumper consistently to the point where it's at least respected. Then the defenders will have to play her closer. Once they play her closer, then she could use some of the athleticism to drive by them. Of course, you got to continue to work on the handles, all of those things. What I'm looking forward to is a year 2, year 3, year 4, Angel Reese, year 2, year 3, year 4, Kamilla Cardoso as being, the best front court in the WNBA. And then who knows what guards they'll add. I don't know what's going to happen with Kennedy Carter, but look, you got Flaugier coming eventually. I just hope whatever it is, they can work that out. I just would love to see that happen again. You got Raven Johnson next year, who could be got. You got this Olivia that's coming next year. Forgive me for forgetting her last name. But there's a lot of things on the horizon that I think Chicago Sky's looking at that I'm starting to kind of shift my thoughts to. Putting too much expectation into these particular games in a particular season that just seems like it's just not set to be in the cards is not what I'm going to do. However, I'm not going to go into these games until you're completely eliminated from the playoffs. You're eliminated. You're in it. So I am going to still root for these wins. I never root for losses, but I'm not going to take the losses to be something more than what they are. You know what I mean? So, with that, man, I'm gonna close out this game breakdown, man. Good job, Sky. They went out there and fought, without Kennedy Carter again. I mean, so that's what's up, and proud of the girls, like I said, man. Peace out.